Hi there. So I received a few questions about how to make a custom map in Google Maps. So when you want to make a custom map or a custom tour, you can use Maps or Earth, but you often find that Maps might be a better tool because it's online and it's also collaborative and it doesn't require any software installation. So in order to create your own custom map, what you need to do is navigate to Google Maps. And once you're at Google Maps, make sure you're logged in the upper right-hand corner with your Gmail account. Assuming that you are, go ahead and click over here on the left where it says My Places. So I click on My Places, and what I want to do is I want to create a map. So we're going to assume for a second that I have to make a quick little project about the 3 types of volcanoes. We'll assume I'm in an earth science class. So I gave it a title, and in the description I can say something like my summary of the 3 types of volcanoes. So you can put in a title and a description. Once that's done, you can go ahead and hit done. And then you want to make sure you're still in editing mode on your volcano or your project. And when you're in editing mode, you'll notice you have some buttons that show up here in the upper left corner of the map. One of them is the place mark button. So the first place that I want to put a volcano is at Mount St. Helens. So I'm going to go ahead and type in Mount St. Helens and hit return. And it basically navigates me into what looks like Mount St. Helens. Now I feel like I'm a little too close, so I'm going to zoom out a little bit just to give my viewer perspective of what that might look like. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this little place mark tool and click on it and then drag it over to where I want to drop the place marks. Maybe I want it right about there. And so what I can do here is I can give it a title, so Mount St. Helens. I can change what the place mark is. It sort of defaults to that blue dot, but maybe I want something else. Maybe I want to go with the green push pin. And what I can do is I can change between plain text, rich text, and edit HTML. I'm going to go ahead and go to rich text because what I can do here is I can go ahead and I can put in some piece of information. So Mount St. Helens is a, I think it's a composite volcano. So I can put whatever details I want to put in here and I can write paragraphs of text. Once I've done that, the other thing I can do is I can add an image. So I've actually already gone ahead and found an image that I can use. So I'm going to just copy the URL of that image and go ahead and go back to the map and click, maybe I want the picture in front of my text. So I'm going to click on the picture icon, paste in my URL that I copied. Oops, let's try this again. There it goes. And so I should see my picture showing up here, but I can click OK and see if that actually happens. Looks like I'm going to have some issues with my picture here. So let me go ahead and go back to my picture and go to Actions, View All Sizes. And I'm just going to go ahead and grab the small size. And if I right click on it, oops, let me get rid of this. If I right click on it, I can copy the image URL, go back to my map, get rid of the one that I tried to put in before, click on the picture, paste in the URL, hit OK. Now I've got my picture in there. And if I hit OK, and then I come over here and I hit save and done, I can try clicking on my place mark and I should see that it opens up with the text. And I can go back into here and do some formatting, like for instance my mount is sort of off to the side. So to do that I'm just going to click edit and then I'm going to click on the place mark and then maybe I just come down here and hit return once or twice just to make sure that I won't kind of have that funky word off to the side. So I have Mount St. Helens here. Now, the next one that I want to add is actually a volcano called Black Butte. So I type in Black Butte. Now the problem I have here is that I'm ending up with all of these like hotel locations and they look like they're in Portland. And I don't think that's where Black Butte is. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and opened up Wikipedia. And I'm noticing that it says that Black Butte is right on the side of I-5 in California over here on the right side. So I don't think my map's in the right place. But what I can do is I can click on these coordinates and come to this page where I can copy the coordinates because Google Maps also understands coordinates. So I can paste in the coordinates and hit search. And sure enough, there we are along I-5. Looks kind of like a volcano. It even says Black Butte right there. And if I zoom out a little bit, I can kind of start to see by the cities and stuff that, oh, I'm in California. There's Mount Shasta over there off to the right. So just like we did before, I'm going to grab a place mark, drop it where I want it. I can name this Black Butte Volcano. I can change the place mark if I want to. Similar to before, I can give a description. So Black Butte Volcano is a shield volcano. Or no, actually it's not a shield, it's a cinder cone. Whatever text I want. Just like before, I can go ahead and go to the picture that I have up here. And in the case of Flickr, I need to go to Actions, View All Sizes. I'm going to choose the small one. And I'm going to right-click on it. And I'm going to copy the image URL. And then I'm going to go back to my map. And just like before, I'm going to click on the picture icon and paste in the text of my picture, or the URL of my picture. And then I'm going to hit return once just to make sure that it's sort of separated. Click OK, click save, and then done. And then now, if I click on Black Butte Volcano, I can see there's my picture and there's my text. But I'm noticing I forgot one thing. I actually forgot to cite my source. Where did I actually get the photo from? But that's okay. I can always click edit, and I'm back in editing mode. And then in the case of Flickr, I can come back here, and Flickr is generous enough that if you do a Creative Commons search, you can actually get an attribution down here in the lower right corner. So I'm just going to copy the attribution, go back to my map, and pretend that I have paragraphs of text there, and paste in my attribution. The last thing I should probably mention is that, oh, let's see how it's done. Save, done. Okay. So now if I click on the place mark, I can see my attributions in there. The last piece that I should probably mention though here is that whenever you're creating a map, you can also add HTML objects. So let's say you want to add a YouTube video, or you want to add a SlideRocket presentation. Anything that has these HTML codes, you can copy and paste that HTML into the actual little place mark. So I might grab a YouTube video of, let's say, Mount St. Helens erupting, and I can put that in there. So finally, when your map is all done, what you can also do is you can collaborate. So this may be how you actually turn in the map to your teacher, or maybe someone else that you're working on, because Google Maps are collaborative like any other, any Google Doc, Google presentation, or Google spreadsheet. All they have to do is add an address, and then I can go ahead and send it off to that individual. Now you notice it doesn't automatically populate like other applications in Google do, so you're going to have to actually know the person's full email address. So anyway, that's just a quick little tutorial of how you can actually make a map in Google Maps. Please let me know if you have any questions.